their defense last year was pretty tough. It was pretty solid. And so to just get more veterans, more guys that are familiar with, the style of ball that we play. You got Justin Simmons, who's extremely familiar with Russell Wilson, being practicing against him for a couple years in Denver. Those are the things that concern me. And of course, our secondary, I said it already, is one of the things that concern me. So have you? I didn't get anybody else's opinion on our secondary. So Dex, Kev, and then Alex. Any concerns about our secondary?
No, I truly believe they're going to play ball.
Hmm.
I like who we have. Um, Dante Jackson, he's so excited. I feel like he's making me believe him. I watched his interviews he did, Steelers.com, and I'm ready to see what he got because I never watched him when he was with the Panthers. So
Panthers.
but he's an Alabama guy, right?
I don't know any of
LSU,
this.
go to LSU. I think he's LSU
What?
guy.
Well, he's a high pedigree corner,
Hmm.
so I know he has the fight and he has the determination, and that could take you a long way. Plus
Mhm.
talent. So I'm not really concerned with our secondary. We got Mink back there. We have the other strong safety. Um, yeah, I'm ready to see
Talking about Elliot or KZ?
Elliot. I don't even know why KZ's still on the team. To be honest, I'm not a fan. Definitely not a
Uh,
fan.
Go ahead, Kev. How you feel about the secondary for the
The
Steelers?
secondary out of all the position groups of the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, I would like to say I didn't pay that much attention to the secondary um,
Really?
at all. At all. I'm a trenches guy, so I kind of been heavy on offensive line, defensive line, linebackers and whatnot. But secondary, as long as you got someone that can talk like Minka, make sure everybody know where they at. You got JPJ, who's not a pushover at all. You feel me? Jackson, I really didn't notice his play like that in the preseason, but he has a name for a reason. Uh, and then we have guys under that. I seen Corey Trice make a play. I seen some other guys make plays. So I'm not really tripping off the secondary. And another reason why I'm not tripping off the secondary is just because what I was speaking about, what I was paying attention to. That you got the D line, they're gonna wreak havoc. If not wreak havoc, they're gonna definitely make a point, like statement in game one. And I'm including TJ and Alex in D line. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not concerned about the DBs because their job's gonna be like, in my opinion, is gonna be very easy on Sunday.
Okay, Alex.
Yeah, no, I think those are really good points. I think the core four of the corners and Porter and Jackson, the safeties and Elliott and Minka, like that's really strong. You can win with that group, no question. Problem is, it's not 1975 anymore. You got to be five deep with a nickel. You got to have some depth behind on the outside. And there's some youth and experience that has me concerned. Who's your slot corner? I think Beanie Bishop will work in rundowns, pass downs. Not sure how that's going to look. So
Mm-hmm.
that'll be, I think, a big challenge throughout the year. Less so for this game because Atlanta isn't super deep at wide receiver. I think some of the fun matchups for this one, though, are the receiver corner battles. You talk about for Pittsburgh, Pickens versus AJ Terrell. That's going to be a heck of a show. Terrell is a super underrated corner because Atlanta doesn't get a lot of love. But that's going to be a fun matchup. Other side, Drake London against Joey Porter Jr., big on big
Mm-hmm.
as well. That's going to be really cool. So who's going to win those matchups may dictate who wins this game.
Yeah, I love Joey Porter Jr. I really do. I worry about his hands and those penalties that come with his hands. um, and it's just the rotation. Like again, if Minka can be that guy that puts the fear in the quarterback because he's able to float around and do those historic Minka Fitzpatrick things, then I'm great. So that's why again those guys in the middle, the gosh, I want to say Logan so bad. The Peytons and the Patrick Queens are so important because I need Minka Fitzpatrick to be able to help those guys on the in the back end do their thing. And that's my biggest concern. I really want them to fear the secondary. And I feel like it's been a little while since quarterbacks have feared our corners.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll go, Dex.
no, I'm just gonna repeat what you said. It goes hand in hand. Like the fear comes from the D line. It comes from the coverage from the linebackers. It comes
Yeah.
from making the quarterback make a quick decision, and our secondary picking up on it, and that was six of the house. You know, the reason why we didn't have that in such a long time because look what happened. Our D line taking 5, 6 seconds to get to the quarterback. Quarterback having time to read. You know, you can't cover it forever. You know, so it made our D backs look kind of weak.
Hmm.
But like everyone is saying, I'm super ready for what's going to happen in the trenches. You know, that box, that A box, and you know, hopefully our secondary can take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy to see a healthy Minka Fitzpatrick playing free safety because neither of those things really happened last year. He got hurt half the year and he was in the
Yeah.
box 20% of the time. And he can play in the box, but that is not his ideal role for him or for the team.
Okay.
And so to have him out there, he didn't pick off a pass last year. That's the first time it's happened in the NFL or college. He went a whole year without an interception. So he's probably hungry for a pick. Last time they played down in Atlanta, he called game with an interception. So I'm really excited to see C39 out there this weekend.
Yeah, I look, I know he's probably drooling at it, him and TJ, because of course TJ didn't get to finish the season. Minka didn't get to have, the season that he wanted after, again, starting out with a ridiculous amount of tackles. So I know he's drooling, TJ's drooling, Cam's probably drooling to have this healthy season. Alex Highsmith, who people haven't talked a whole lot about. Um, is also ready to make some plays. I just hope that they don't hold him as much as he was held last year. This man was just like nonstop being held. But the guy that I think is definitely going to get some more shine and some more play is Herbig. Her big. He to me is a shining freaking star. And whether like the opportunities he's gotten, whether it's preseason last year, he has made these spectacular plays, and that means offenses have to account for him. Where you may have overlooked this man, you have to account for him, and I love that. I love that we are having a depth in that position where you have to be alert. You have to be tracking. Where was it 51? What's the number 51?
Mhm.
51 is. And I love that. Not just 90, not just 56, but where is 51? What is he doing? And how can he possibly blow this up? So I'm with it. I'm with it. Shout out to Herbig.
Yeah, you could see all three guys on the field. I know in camp they used a little bit of that where you had Herbig, Watt, and Highsmith on the field. That happened in Highsmith's rookie year. It was him, Bud, and TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Next year was Ingram and Highsmith and Watt. So you could have some really fun packages to get all three guys and really create some havoc.
Yeah. We didn't talk predictions on the season. Um, to me, I don't do well with this. So just so we're clear, it's always a bare minimum of 10 games. So I don't know if you guys had, I don't ask Alex, did you guys, I'm sure you guys went over the schedule and what your predictions were for the season. Did you
Yeah,
guys?
we're gonna do that for our Friday show, so I'm not
Oh, you didn't do it
100%
yet.
locked in.
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm either gonna be 9 or 10 games in all likelihood, which I know is so like cliche to say,
Yeah.
but I mean that feels like where it's gonna be. I just go back to they won 10 games a year ago with a much worse roster, with all the injuries, the poor quarterback play, etc. How can you not win 10 games? The schedule is harder. The division's going to be tough. Going to be healthier with Burrow back, etc. But I mean, they always find a way to win at least 9, and so that should be the minimum expectation.
Kev, you I know you did something on the Steelers for Seven podcast. Would you come up with for your season prediction?
You know, it's funny. I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, yo, did I actually do that on air? There was some technical difficulties towards the end of that episode. So like the end of that episode was just hilarious. Never really got it out. But I was like, you can't go worse than 10. Well, let me not say that. I didn't see us being worse than 10 wins, and I didn't see us being higher than 14. I think that's like at that point, that's just the fandom kicking in.
Hmm.
But I sat comfortable at 12 because I felt like, yeah, I think the last 4 weeks gonna be tough, but I think maybe the last, can't remember the schedule, but I want to say Browns. Is that like the first division game we had? Is that the Browns? Yeah, I know for sure.
I could look real quick.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
them
like
or
it starts with the Browns.
it's Baltimore or Cleveland in that week 11. Forget which one to start off with.
I'll let
If
you know here in two
if the
seconds.
Steelers
Yeah,
can like
so
win those
it's
first
the
couple
Ravens
games,
on the 17th, and
mhm,
then the Browns on the 21st. So it's literally Ravens, Browns, Bengals, back to back to
okay.
back.
If the Steelers happen to win those three, or at least 2 to 3, I want to say 2 in a row. Really, the last 2 in a row, like the last 2 of the 3. That the last 4 weeks, I feel like the Steelers can kind of win those. And those would be like playoff type games. You know how the Steelers organization is, how it's been in the past. Like towards the end of the year, we play playoff games, man, before the playoffs. That's that. So that atmosphere, I feel like the Steelers, if they start that real well, I can see us having the 12 wins. But if we kind of struggle, especially when we get around the Eagles game, I, I don't know where this is gonna go. But I'm gonna sit perfect. I'm gonna sit at 12, man. I'm gonna agree with Ken in the comments, man. 12-5.
Hmm. How you
Winning
feeling,
the
man?
division, I'm gonna ride with that too, man.
You want the division too? Okay.
Yeah, might as well, man, because they keep saying we're gonna be at the bottom, man. I don't like that. I don't, that sounds crazy. So
Go ahead, Ty.
For me, I think minimum 10. Minimum 10 wins. Um, this year, my third eye is saying don't speak too much, but wait and see. This is what
Yeah.
my third
Look.
eye is telling me. So I'm gonna just say minimum 10. I'm not because I don't know what it is about when it comes to our Steelers, people go bananas when we lose one game. And I'm talking to everybody. Everybody from major media to the littlest Twitter fan. We lose one game and hell is freezing over.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know for sure, like Alex said, we've done more with less.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna stick to my 10 and I'm gonna just be quiet.
Yeah, I mean, every year it's the same for me. It just doesn't change. It has to be 10. It has to be 10. If you're trying to sniff a playoff spot, 10 is to me the number. 9, you're going to be wishy-washy. 10, you got a little bit more power to get in a spot. The AFC is no joke. It's just no joke. If you want a wild card spot at a minimum, you got to work for it. You got to hit that 10. So, um, and again, looking at the second half of the schedule, it is division heavy. It's not division heavy. It's just all division. Okay,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So and Hard Knocks is the component how
oh
we
damn.
determine the major component there, and there's going to be added media, added drama, added everything when you get to that last half of the season. And so I know it's going to be crazy online. I know the narratives for this and that are going to go wild. And I just hope that this team can block out that noise, and go out there and continue to do what they've done in the division. Last year, they went, what, 5-1. If they can give you that, they're in a really good space. But this team has also, over the years, won games that you didn't necessarily see them winning, like the Baltimore game where it looked like it was over at home, and then lose games they had absolutely no business losing, like the three in a row losses to the Cardinals, the Patriots, and who was it?
The Colts.
The Colts. Okay, yeah, like
Colts.
I think those
those
type of
three.
games in the beginning
Yeah,
of this
like
year.
those games that they should not be losing. So the history of this team tells me they better get it together the first half, or they're going to be in trouble. And I just pray that they all stay healthy. So, which that's impossible, but no significant injuries.
I do think, while you guys are right, the back half of the schedule is certainly the toughest looking component. That front half, man, I think at Atlanta, at Denver, hosting the Chargers, playing the Colts, the Cowboys, that is not an easy. To me, there's no easy part of the schedule. There might be a little easier than the back half, but I think this schedule, top to bottom, is going to be tough, tough, tough.
Yeah.
I'm one of those that think that those division games is not hard games, man. I think the AFC North is just different. It's like everyone's even. You know what I mean? I don't think it's
hard
like
because of the physicality of
that's
it.
regular work though.
That's the physicality of it. And I get it, because when we talk about playing Baltimore, it doesn't matter who's out there. These guys are going to play tough. It's going to be, it doesn't matter if you're on your third quarterback, it's going to be one of those games. So for me, I get that, but also the physicality is top tier, and you want your best guys out there. That's all. That's how I feel about it. But as you can tell, I apologize because I know my energy is a little low, and I'm just jet lag. I can't help it. I spent 2 weeks in Europe, and my body is like, we're supposed to be asleep. What you doing? So I do appreciate y'all coming on and being flexible with me this evening, because I was all over the place. I was all over the place.
Man. Shout out to the people in the comments, man. Hey, Morale 212, you gotta relax, bro. I'm seeing everything you put up there. I don't know what you want, bro. I don't know if you might be one of them stands. I don't know, man. You gotta relax. But maybe I'm too loud up here. I don't know.
Like I said earlier, Morale, before you got here, I do believe that there are going to be packages with Justin Fields in it. Like, I strongly believe that. How often you see it, if you see it this week, if you see it, I still think there'll be opportunities for Justin Fields to get on the field. So I don't know if you feel differently, if any of you guys feel differently, but
I feel like I spoke about this on Twitter. I think they should treat this old school, like an Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, like one of those situations. Like, let Justin learn, because honestly, he didn't show me nothing that proved that he should start. Besides, he can run. Like, I didn't see any, quick thinking, and he had the ball most of the time. I didn't see anything that made me go, that's what I want over Russ. So I think that we should go old school approach, let him sit. He's still young. He's quiet. I don't think he's the type to make any noise. And let him sit. And then, hopefully, Russ gets us where we need to be and go retire somewhere, and Justice is ready. But I don't like the fact of him getting plays, because it's just like we did with who was that? Dobbs. We had Dobbs. Everybody knew Dobbs. When Dobbs came in the game, we knew he was going to run. Everybody knew that. Like, I don't like the gimmick gadgetry. I like pure quarterbacking. Unless Russell gets hurt, we shouldn't see Justin. That's my take. That's on Mike Tomlin eyeballs.
No, I like getting Fields out there. I mean, Wilson's still going to play 95% of the snaps, but Fields is too talented to hold the clipboard the entire time. And you can force defenses to defend it and also have to dedicate practice time for it. And maybe you don't run it that week, but you force a defense to burn some calories and having to stop those looks in practice and dedicate some time. And you're talking short yardage, talking goal line, finishing drives off, things Fields can do that Wilson simply can't. So, plus these guys are both on 1-year deals. So Fields can't sit the entire year. Otherwise, you're not going to learn anything about him. And you want to learn something about him, I think, in the regular season. So, again, I'm good with Wilson starting. He should be the starter. That's the right call. He should be the guy the majority of the time. But in key moments, situational football, to get Fields in there, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. Kev?
Okay. Yeah, 2 things. Then I'm going to talk about this. The one, Morale 212. You funny as hell. I don't know who you are, but you funny as hell. And Robert, I know you're a Falcon fan, but you gotta relax, my guy. You gotta relax. I don't know who you know, but you gotta relax. Just watch and learn how we gonna bust your ass on Sunday. You feel me? But what was the question? My fault. That I was laughing hard.
Justin Fields, do you think that he should be in some packages this year on the field?
No, no, man. This ain't the wild. What was the Wildcat? It's not the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, nah, we don't need none of that for real, man. And we got you said it earlier. What's the documentary thing? Can't think of it. Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Look, man. Imagine if Russ is trash while we got these packages in for Justin Fields, and you start seeing them episodes come out. It's gonna look real weird. You feel me? And they're gonna try to look for things. Keep that camera in the quarterback room or whatever. Just keep Justin Fields on the sideline, man. To me, he's not better than Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers was holding the clipboard. So hold that clipboard, my guy. Yeah, you can run, but everyone else can run too. Just sit over there. Just learn.
Yeah.
Learn how to be pro.
They're going to be the guy Justin Fields play. I don't care what y'all say. That man is
2-point conversions, maybe, but not during. Nah, man. Russ is a rhythm quarterback. Why are you going to take Russ out the game, mess up his rhythm for a play that might not go nowhere? Because they see Justin Fields, they already know what's coming. Oh, he going to run. It's not like he's in there to throw for real.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, you're automatically going to think run, but there's going to be designed pass plays because everyone's trying to stop the run, right?
He's not that accurate. He
look.
hasn't shown accuracy like that. Like, he threw the ball 10 feet over Pickens' head. Like, I'm not chancing that.
Was Malik Willis in Tennessee when Arthur Smith was there?
No.
He wasn't? All right. Who's the backup to Tannehill when Arthur Smith was there?
Was it
Mariota was there?
Yeah, Mariota. Was it Marcus?
He had packages. Did he have packages? Because he's fast.
He might have.
Right? Come on, man.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't
see it.
Packages for him.
But that's a different type of That's a different type of athleticism. And then I think the 1-year deal thing does factor into this because at the end of the day, you're probably going to push the piece of paper in front of these guys, one of these guys' faces at the end of this and say, hey, let's make a deal. We want you to stay. And
look, I remember Michael Vick going to the Eagles. They tried to do that 2-quarterback thing. You saw how that ended.
It's a different time.
My man was on the Redskins.
I think it's different circumstances. But we'll see. We will see. And if it happens, we'll have the conversation.
I would definitely eat crow. But I'm like, to me, that's crazy. That's crazy. We're taking Russ. We know Russ needs rhythm. Russ just don't have rhythm outside of football. So he needs rhythm in football. We don't need to mess it up.
We're not doing that.
You feel me?
We're not doing that.
I mean, I'm not hating. I mean, that's not like a bad thing if you don't got rhythm outside of football, but y'all know he ain't got rhythm.
I think if Russ comes off for 3 plays a game and that disrupts his rhythm, that's a Russ thing. That's not a. I think he's got to be able to deal with that.
That would turn into a team thing because that's not a better. That's not better for the team.
If he's been in
Russ
the league,
comes out and he comes back in and he's like, he never experienced that before though. For him to come out for a couple, like this is not regular. This ain't college. This is not regular for the NFL quarterback come out. You probably you can almost name every quarterback that was involved in that because it don't happen like that. I'm just throwing stuff out in the air.
Was it Taysom Hill?
He's not even a quarterback for real. He's not starting on no team. That's
the last real tandem we've seen do that, right?
Yeah, but
he's not starting for no team. Justin Fields was the number 1 pick?
11, I think. But Hill still came in and was taking quarterback reps, and so that didn't disrupt the rhythm in a significant way. I think is Steve's point.
No one was scared. No one was worried that Taysom Hill was going to take whoever job it was at the time.
Yeah, but we're not. I'm not saying take the job. I'm looking at it from a game plan standpoint. This is not about QB 1 or 2. This is about again keeping defenses on their toes and shaking.
You also got to look at our line, D. We don't have a veteran line or experienced line together. I seen what they did in the preseason. They are going to 8-man rush our line. Somebody's going to miss a block, and Justin's going to be on his ass. That's what they're going to do. We don't have the experience yet. I'm not willing to risk that for some gimmick hope one play at work. Because then if he messes that play up, Justin is not staying in.
And that's going to mess up the rhythm for the offense for not just that drive, the drive after that, probably the rest of the game. Like, you don't know.
Hard.
I
You
mean,
know, it's not regular.
well,
I'm just saying it's not regular
I
to
don't
just
like
be
this.
throwing a guy out there for a
I mean,
play.
I don't think anything about what Pittsburgh's on a quarterback is regular. They got rid of all their quarterbacks, brought in 3 new ones. They got Russ on $1 million. I mean, nothing about this is kind of like a normal rhythm of a quarterback, structure. And listen, if Fields can finish off a drive, put the ball in the end zone, then Russ is coming off the field, whether that's Najee scoring or Justin scoring. So,
Hey, Phil, did you see that? You seen that? What you saw what Russ did on the field? Write that down. That's all I
Expect
need
the
you to do.
unexpected. I'm gonna just say that. Expect the unexpected.
And I like Justin Fields. He's straight, but I don't want to confuse the young boy, and I don't want to confuse the old head. So like we not,
Well,
it's simple.
But 2-point conversions, I'm all for it. Russ don't need to be out there anyway for that. Like a play that don't really count.
We're cool with 2-point conversions. This is crazy. What is this?
My team loved them 2 points. He loved them 2 points. So Justin, by all means.
Y'all hear this? They're okay with 2-point conversions, but not 6.
Nope.
This is wild.
It's a different circumstance. Like, like 2-point conversion is that on the 2. Like if he comes in and let's say because he has a fumbling problem, what if he fumbles in his one play? It's a dub. It's a dub.
Okay.
It's a dub.
Like Justin, you see, Justin is going to need consistency. You understand, to get up to what Justin can be. He's not going to get that coming in for one play.
Sure.
For us to really see how he is.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. But I mean, it's just nice for him for on a personal level, he'd rather play than not play and help the team win. To me, it's all about winning. What are you going to do that's going to give you this team the best chance to win? They've been miserable in the red zone for 3 years running. They've been in the 20s, and so can you have a play, in a game, in a situation, or on a read option, for example, you put the ball in. I'm tired of this team kicking field goals. They could put the ball in the end zone, and that's going to be multiple people doing that. But if Fields can help in that mission, I'm all for it.
And I'm tired of losing tackles in the red zone. I'm so sick of getting to the red zone.
Write that down, Jess.
So
write that down, Jess.
That's what I'm on with it.
I just want to go around and you can just say winner loss. You don't have to give a score prediction. You don't have to. I certainly don't have one, so that's why. And I know I don't know. I don't have one yet. I need another day. I need another day to kind of sit on this. But everything in me tells me to say we're going to lose, but I'm going to say we're going to win because I haven't walked out of Mercedes-Benz a loser, and I don't plan on it. So I'm going to say W.
Who next?
I'm not going first.
I'll go first. I get my shot to win. I'll go second. You feel me? I get it out the way, man. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning, man. What we talking about here? You feel me? You got TJ, who's guaranteed 1.5 sacks in this game. You feel me? Maybe 3. I passed the stadium a couple times this week and in the last week. I'm ready. You feel me? Like I don't see the atmosphere I see out there. They're building something across the street. No one really cares about the Falcons out here. You feel me? It might be 60-40 Steelers fans in the building. I don't know.
Not wrong.
All I'm going to say is that Raheem Morris is his second crack at coaching. Kirk Cousins coming off a crazy injury. We don't know if Robinson's good. The running back, he had a good start, and we don't know. They have an okay offense. Well, they have a lot of names on their offensive line, but they're going to get tested for real. Keanu Benton, Larry O, Cam Hayward. So look, man, I'm ready for the game. Just talking, man. But the Steelers going to win, man. We going to win. We going to win it. We going to win it. We going to win it. Yeah.
I'll take Pittsburgh as well. I don't have a score yet. I'll have that for our Friday show. It's going to be close. This game does make me nervous. I'm with you, D. You can see the reasons why. That I think the Falcons are favored and can give Pittsburgh some fits, but I think Pittsburgh can contain that run game, put a lot on Cousins' plate, which is not what Atlanta wants out of the gate, as Kev said, coming off that Achilles injury. And I just think this offense can produce enough and put some points on the board finally for the first time in a long time. So it's always close, but Pittsburgh wins one-score games at a higher clip than any other team in football. I'll stick with that. Give me Pittsburgh.
Yeah. All right. We got it. Again, if you're there Saturday, meet us some of us, not all of us, at Wicked Wolf in Midtown will be there. It'll be a good time, 6 p.m. until. And if you aren't able to go to the game, you can still go to Wicked Wolf. The Pouncy Brothers will be there. They're hosting a watch party there.
Oh nah.
So you'll
You
be
got
able
me
to watch it with
extra
them. If
hype.
you can't get a ticket to the game, you can go watch it with the Pouncy Bros.
The Pouncy Bros is gonna be in the building.
They're
My
gonna be at
fault,
Wicked
y'all. Let
Wolf
me pause
on
myself. I'm about to
Sunday.
be a fan for.
So yeah. But if we'll start with Alex.
So sad.
Where everybody can find you online, if just so happen to be under a rock.
Yeah, for me, you can find me on Twitter at Alex_Kazora and check out the site SteelersDepot.com.
I know your name looked familiar. That's funny. That's funny. I'll be checking y'all out. Good
Thank
work
you,
over
man.
there.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead, Kev.
KevEZE, you know my shit, man. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but Steelers for Seven podcast Monday, Friday. Next episode is gonna be on Friday. Shout out to the gang, BSN, and shout out to everybody on the panel. You know, this is amazing. This is always good talking Steelers with Steelers fans. You feel me? Y'all good people too. You know what I mean? So, hey, keep it locked, y'all. And shout out to the comments, yo. Keep the comments lit because you feel me? We're gonna start talking to y'all too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you put questions in, but we'll talk about that. Go ahead, Dex.
Hey, Morale, I was reading your comments, brother. I'm sorry, when you leave the Steelers, I simply don't care about you anymore like that, dog. So, forgive me, guys, for not seeming in tune with where Bud Degree is. But yeah.
Nah, that's facts, though. That's facts.
Yes, I'm Dex. You can find me on Twitter, Dex, Brooklyn Steeler Nation. Anything D's involved with, I'm usually there. I'm so hurt I'm not going to be there this weekend. I had an emergency pop up, and as a grown man, you got to take care of grown man business. So,
You understand?
but November 12th, I don't know what we have in plan for that Commanders game, but I will be in the DC area.
Is it the 10th though?
The
I think
10th,
it's
the 12th, whatever that weekend is,
Yeah.
I will be there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they only play the Giants and the Jets like every 4 years or something like that. So, New York, we got to do better. But
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see you at DMV. Of course, I'm here. I do want to thank. I guess it's time to go, but I just want to thank everybody for coming through tonight. You know where to find me, D Love Sports everywhere. Again, thank y'all. I had some questions come in, so I'll do that again next week. Have questions come in, and we'll go ahead and answer them. I will probably definitely have a monologue next week because we'll actually have some film to talk about. So thank you guys for joining. Have a wonderful night. Again, see you in Atlanta. I know Steeler Nation is going to show up, y'all. So what's up, Dex? What you about to say? All right.
That's it. We do.
Bye, y'all. See you.
Hey, y'all be easy, man.